If you've been working really hard on your Etsy shop for a while, but you're noticing very little to no sales at all, then you're in a position that I was in. I've had a couple of failed Etsy shops and multiple products that made zero sales. I'm sharing the top mistakes that I was making and many Etsy sellers make so that you can start to fix them in your shop and see the traffic and sales almost immediately. Hi, I'm Sandra, and I help you build your brand and business online doing the things that you're passionate about. So if that interests you, be sure to subscribe for more content just like this. Okay, we're jumping right into it today because I know how frustrating it can be to get super excited about your new Etsy shop, put in a ton of work to build it, and basically hear nothing but crickets. And it's even more frustrating when you can't figure out what the problem is. So let's get into it. The first mistake most Etsy sellers make is relying only on Etsy traffic. Many Etsy sellers make the mistake of listing multiple items, 20, 30, 40 items, and they have no marketing plan. They're not actually doing anything to promote their shop. They think that since the items are already out there on Etsy, shoppers will find them and the sales will just come pouring in. It doesn't work like that. Etsy is competitive with multiple shops opening up every single day. So you have to treat it like a real business. Think of any business you start. If you don't promote yourself and your product, people are not going to find you, especially when you're new to the marketplace. Create avenues in your business that will allow you to drive your own traffic to your Etsy shop. So use platforms like Pinterest, Instagram, email marketing, and if you're thinking, I don't know how to use these platforms, then learn. There are literally free YouTube videos on everything when it comes to digital marketing. I actually have a whole video that you can watch on how to build an email list from scratch, which I will link for you down below. Join Facebook groups where your target audience is hanging out. You can build real, authentic relationships with them, connect with them on social media. They'll be able to check out your social media account and see that the products you're offering are serving them. So they'll check out your shop as well. Mistake number 2 is having poor Etsy SEO. If you do this properly, then you are going to get some traffic that comes directly from Etsy. If you're wondering what the heck is SEO, it stands for search engine optimization. And it refers to the process of shoppers finding your items through their search queries on a search engine like Etsy. So if you have relevant keywords within your Etsy listings, like your title, description, and tags, then you have a better chance of ranking at the top of the page on Etsy when shoppers are looking for your specific products. Etsy even states in their seller handbook that they match shoppers' queries to the keywords you're using in your listings. SEO cannot be an afterthought. It's one of the most important factors to actually get traffic directly from Etsy. I have a whole video that shows you how to do Etsy keyword research that I will link for you down below. And I have a Creative Fabrica class now on SEO. I walk you through step by step how to do keyword research and how to implement them in your listing. You can check that out in the description box below. But my tips here are check out what your competitors are using for similar products that you're selling. Use a keyword search tool if you can. I personally use Marmalade and Sales Samurai. I will link the trials for them down below for you. And focus on long tail keywords. These are very descriptive keywords that Etsy even recommends using because it gives you a better chance at ranking and reducing the competition on Etsy. Mistake number 3 is your listing has subpar photos. Just like any online platform, shoppers are relying on the product photos for their purchasing decisions. You need to include multiple photos of your product being used, and they need to be clear, bright, and eye-catching. Your thumbnail photo for your listing, which is the first photo that you choose to display in your listing, is the most important one. Because keep in mind that when shoppers are searching for your product, your thumbnail photo is going to show up beside all of your competitors. So this is why your photo needs to be eye-catching. It needs to stand out from everyone else and get the shopper to click. Now, if you're selling digital products like I am, you need to choose beautiful mock-ups to use in your listing. I personally sell printable wall art, planners, and positive affirmation cards. There are many platforms that you can find beautiful mock-ups to use, and one that I've been using lately, which I love, is called Place It. So I'll quickly show you how to use it in order to generate beautiful photos of your printables and your digital products. Place It has so many beautiful mock-ups that you can use for your digital downloads, your social media templates, your logo, and so much more. So you can go over here to check out their whole mock-up library, or go up to the top here to see their mock-ups and designs. They do have a bunch of free templates, so you can sign up for free and take a look at the templates that are free of charge using the link down below. So you can just browse through these to see what they have. Now, if you want to search their whole library for even the paid products, I like to use their search bar right here. So let's say I'm looking for a picture frame mock-up. So I can scroll through all of these mock-ups to see which one I like most and what suits the aesthetic of my shop the best. So I really liked this one over here. So I'm going to click on this one, and all I have to do is go over here to insert image, and I'm just going to upload one of my printable wall art pieces, and it automatically places it within the frame. So I'm just going to hit download. Now, once you hit download, there are two ways to purchase, as you can see. You can buy this mock-up one-time fee only, or you can do the monthly or annual subscription. Now, the best thing about these subscriptions is you get unlimited access to all their mock-ups, designs, and logos that includes a commercial license. And what's great is I partnered with them to give you guys an extra 15% off any of their unlimited paid subscriptions. So you can use the link down below to sign up. Or if you just want to start with a free account, you can also go up to the top here and sign in with your email. So I just wanted to show you, I downloaded my image, and this is what my mock-up looks like with my printable wall art within the frame. What I also recommend is including photos that have information on them that answers questions the shoppers might have. So you're going to include this in your description as well, but not every shopper goes to the description. So let me give you a couple of examples of what I like to include in my listing. For my printable wall art, I will include this chart that lets them know this is a digital download, and they get 5 different sizes. So I just want to reiterate that there's no physical item that will be mailed to them. I also include some information on printing and framing because I've gotten a few questions on that in the past, so I wanted to answer the questions in this image. Then I have a third one that just says that I'm able to customize sizes and file format if they wish. This is for my printable planner, same idea. It's a digital download, and they're going to receive 2 PDFs in 2 sizes. This is for my printable affirmation cards. I let them know that they're going to receive 8.5 by 11 PDF sheets, and I give them some information on what size the cards will be once they're cut, and basically just kind of list what they're good for. Mistake number 4 is you have an unclear description in your listing. So think of it this way. Your thumbnail photo gets the shopper to click, but the description gets them to buy. You need to have clear and complete listing descriptions that will answer all the questions the shoppers might have. If you leave out any information or it's confusing, your shopper is going to click off your listing so fast and jump to your competitors. Now, I have a whole video on how to write a listing description if you are selling digital products. I'll link that down below for you if you want to follow along that tutorial. You also want to make sure that your listing is easy for shoppers to navigate through. So I recommend breaking it up into sections. Let's go over an example that I've created so you can kind of get an idea. This is a description I put together for one of my printable wall art pieces. I always start with a sentence or two in the beginning, just letting them know why this product is beneficial and why they should purchase this listing, basically. And then I break everything down into sections like I mentioned. I emphasize all the titles so it's easy to navigate through, and I will include all the details that I feel is important for the shopper to know. This is a digital download. I will include all the sizes that they're receiving in it. I will also add in social proof, so a review that I've received on this product, letting them know that this is a very beneficial product, and add in any other sections you feel the shopper needs to know. So like returns, printing, copyright notice. It's really dependent on what you are offering, of course. But basically my goal is to make sure that the shopper has no more questions and everything is answered through the description. I recommend you look at some competitor shops within your niche to see how they break their description down and the information that they include. Now, some of them are not the best, but you can take inspiration from the ones that are detailed and concise. By the way, if you're getting value from this video so far, hit that like button and let me know in the comments if you're guilty of any of these mistakes so far. Mistake number 5, you did not do research. Now, of course, you can create products that you love to create and that you're passionate about. but you have to make sure that they're actually on demand. You have to validate that people actually want the products you're creating and are willing to pay money for them. Now, I promise I'm not trying to promote all of my Creative Fabrica classes, but I do have a really good one on this, and that's how to find and validate your niche on Etsy. I walk you through it step by step. You can check it out down below. And the great thing is, once you purchase one of the classes, you have access to all of the other classes on their platform. So it's a pretty great deal. But I will give you some tips right now that I actually cover. Basically, you want to confirm that other shops are selling similar products and they're making many sales and getting many reviews for those products. You want to connect with people within your target audience and ask them what their struggles are, what their pain points, what their goals are, and understand if the products you're creating are going to serve them best. You're going to find many people within your target audience if you join relevant Facebook groups, you find them on Instagram, you can connect with people you know that might benefit from your products. There's many ways to do this. I show you how I validate my new planner idea in this video here, which you can check out next. Mistake number 6, your shop is incomplete. Etsy recommends filling out all the sections of your shop because it actually helps you rank better in Etsy search. I have a free Etsy checklist that will help you make sure that you fill out every section in your shop. You can download that from the description box below. But you should be filling out your About section. It's a great place for shoppers to get to know you and the story behind your shop. You should fill out your shop announcement. It's a great place to announce promotions, maybe build your email list, share your social accounts, fill out your shop policy and your FAQs, have a shop icon and your banner. Go through the checklist, it's all in there. And surprise, surprise, I have a Creative Fabrica class on this. Please don't kill me, but I do walk you through step by step how to start your Etsy shop properly and how to fill out all the sections. And again, once you pay for one class, you get access to all of them. Keep in mind that branding is also important. It's great to make sure that your shop icon, your banner, and the style of your photos are all cohesive. It just gives a better customer experience, it leaves a lasting impression, and it helps you stand out from other shop owners. All right, mistake number 7, you are ignoring Etsy stats. Etsy literally gives you so much information within your shop analytics that allows you to see what's working, what isn't working, and ultimately helps you determine what you need to improve. You need to check your stats on a regular basis to know which listings are getting the most traffic and sales, which listings are getting the least traffic and sales, where your traffic is coming from, and so much more. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. If you're noticing certain products in your shop are getting the most results, then create more of that product in different variations and move on from the ones that are not performing well. So an example that I've shared in the past is I sell printable wall art. And when I first started my shop, I noticed that the printables that had girls' eyelashes on them were getting the most sales. So what did I do? I created more of these printables with different quotes and different colors, and my shop started to see more traffic and sales as the months went by. Another example is if you're noticing that most of the traffic is coming from Pinterest, let's say, then you need to double down on that and create more pins of your products to get more traffic and sales. So let me show you how to get to your Etsy stats and how I use it in a few ways. So go into your shop manager and click on stats. I've already filtered for the last 30 days and I've scrolled down just to see which of my listings are performing the best and which ones are performing the worst. So you can actually filter for the most views, most favorites, and most orders. Right now, I can see that this printable has gotten the most orders in the last 30 days. It's got 7 orders and 26 favorites. So what I'm going to do is create variations of this printable. I might create different colors, maybe a few different quotes, but basically the same style. Now I can also filter for the most views, which means the ones at the top are getting the most traffic, but maybe they're not getting as many sales in the last month. So now it's my job to figure out why. So this listing here has gotten a lot of views and it's got 26 favorites. So a lot of people might be putting it in their baskets, but they're not purchasing it. So I would probably go into this listing and fix a few things in the description, maybe add a few different photos, refresh the listing basically, and see if I can improve it in order to increase the sales for the next month. The other item I want to point out is Etsy search. So if you click on Etsy search right here and scroll to the bottom, you can see the search terms that have been used to find your products by shoppers in the last 30 days. I love this because it also
also helps me with SEO. If there are any keywords that I'm seeing that are being used and I'm not using them in my listings, I'm going to add them in. So for example, printable affirmation cards is a great keyword phrase if I'm not using it. Girl boss wall art, I am enough, positive affirmations. So I can keep going and just take a look at what keywords I can start adding into my listings to hopefully rank even better.
Mistake number 8 is you have no unique value proposition. So you've done your research to validate your product idea before creating it. Great. But have you thought about how you're going to stand out from your competition? Many sellers just try to recreate what's already out there. And unfortunately, sometimes they copy certain styles that are performing well. That doesn't work because these existing shops have already built an authority on the platform. They have multiple sales, they have multiple reviews, and they're already ranking high in Etsy search. So now, as a new Etsy seller, you have to figure out how to stand out and compete. This will be completely up to you and what types of products you offer, but some examples might be maybe you can offer very unique styles to your competitors. Maybe you are an artist and you can create graphics that are unique to you and your expertise. Maybe you can offer multiple colors of your product in one listing, or multiple sizes of your product in one listing. Maybe you can offer freebies with your listing when someone purchases. So here, I'll give you a few examples in my shop.
For all of my printable wall art pieces, I include multiple sizes in the listing. So when someone purchases, they receive 5 files and 3 of them are ratios where they can scale up or down. This is because I've had many customers asking me for different sizes, so I just decided to bundle it up into multiple sizes so they have all of these that they can choose from. Another example is my digital daily planners. So I have one from Monday to Sunday, but I also offer bonus weekly to-do lists with the listing if they purchase it. So that's just an example if you want to include a freebie as an incentive for them to pick your listing over someone else's.
Now, if you want a more detailed and extended list of top mistakes that Etsy sellers make and how to fix them, you guessed it, I have a class on Creative Fabrica for you. You guys have already clicked off this video, haven't you? But anyway, I will also link that down below for you if you want to check it out. I think the classes are pretty good. Make sure to sign up for Place It using the link down below. You can start testing out their features for free and check out their mockups in order to improve your Etsy listing photos. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.